So shipping through the Suez Canal, it's been almost, I wouldn't say eliminated, but not far off it because the Houthis have been attacking shipping through this area. So basically, that has meant that companies, particularly car companies, but many companies, oil and gas, who want to get through the Suez Canal, it's a shortcut, right? It's a massive shortcut. It means you don't have to sail around the Cape of Good Hope. You can just go straight through and get quickly to your destination. This has been a bit of a problem. Houthis attacking ships, they actually attacked one car carrier and they've attacked many, many ships. There has interestingly been the first ships to pass through this area and to go through the Suez Canal were BYD car carrier ships. And in fact, there's now been two journeys, two ships seen spotting, BYD ships seen sailing right through the Suez Canal. So why is this happening? How is BYD able to get through the canal and others are not? Is there some kind of special relationship going on? Well, yeah, sort of. It's complicated, but I'm going to break it down as simply as I can. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to have you with us. I'm Sam Evans. If you can subscribe to the channel, that would be great. Or even just like the videos. That really does help the algorithms. First, guys, I'm going to give you the official report on this, and I'm going to give you some more detailed insight into what's really going on here. The BYD Xi'an, one of the world's biggest car carriers, it's actually a brand new car carrying ship, has gone through the Suez Canal. And people are looking at this thinking, what? How is BYD getting through there and other people are not? The 219-meter long vessel was launched in April this year, back to back with its sister ship, the BYD Shenzhen, embarking on its own inaugural journey. Loaded with around 7,000 vehicles, which is a big car carrying ship, the BYD Xi'an was then sent off on its maiden voyage from Singapore to Italy. BYD Xi'an is the sixth vessel of BYD's fleet, belonging to an 8-unit strong booking, and it's described as having been constructed with sustainability at the forefront. The vessel can be used on two different types of fuel, conventional shipping fuel, which is extremely toxic. If you ever surf, sometimes I'm out surfing and the car carrying, the large ships, the coal carrying ships come past and wow, they really reek. The fumes are just horrendous. Anyhow, it can also be run on liquefied natural gas, which is, it's a better alternative. According to the Suez Canal Authority, another ship owned by China's biggest electric vehicle maker, BYD, christened as BYD Hefei, also passed through the Suez Canal on June 27, marking an enormous milestone for the canal. The canal is a critical income earner, right, for the countries that own the access to this area. But access has been, well, problematic because of the Houthis. The canal, long a bedrock of global trade, has weathered almost 2 years of on and off disruptions caused by Houthi attacks on commercial ships in the Red Sea, prompting rerouted traffic and fears of long-term instability. It's really caused economic challenges for this area. Osama Rabli, chairman and managing director of the Suez Canal Authority, has highlighted that the canal has seen positive indicators concerning the regulated vehicle carriers transit and the increase in transit rates no matter the present challenges. Now, that's actually a complex issue. I'm going to try and explain what's really going on there. Additionally, he underscored that the recent passages sent a message of confidence that the return of major shipping lines to the canal was inevitable, but that the pace would always depend on the geopolitical landscape in the region. We expect the tonnage of vehicle carriers transiting through the canal to increase by at least 20% from not much in the second half of 2025 compared to the first half of the same year, he said. In line with this, Rabi shared expectations that the number of journeys linked to BYD in particular will increase alongside the regular transit of certain voyages by Costco Shipping as part of its services together with Neptune Lines. So what's more, in February this year, 2 journeys have reportedly passed through the Suez Canal, which is a major milestone, under the new maritime service launched by United Global RoRo, a recently formed joint venture between Notum Maritime, part of AD Ports, Group and Turkey's logistics and port services provider EVExports. As informed, the service links ports in the Far East with ports in the Mediterranean and Northwest Europe. The Red Sea crisis, which has been ongoing since October 2023, with attacks recently once again resumed, has brought on numerous hardships for the shipping industry. The Suez Canal's position as a strategic checkpoint came under huge pressure repeatedly, testing its resilience and widespread rerouting around the Cape of Good Hope, which is a nightmare. It takes so much longer to go around the Cape of Good Hope than to go through the Suez Canal. In February 2025, however, the Suez Canal Authority expressed anticipation for the improvement of trade flow through the canal. At the time, the SCA shared that efforts were being actively made to reroute services, including for some of the world's most prominent shipping players, such as France's CMA CGM. Now, interestingly, the canal is actually making a focus on implementing its green canal strategy. The strategy is focused on building eco-friendly ships, converting certain marine units to operate on biofuel, powering pilotage stations with clean energy, and unpacking new services for the safe and sustainable disposal of marine waste. Now, none of this really explains why the hell BYD can get its car-carrying ships here. A number of them now, it looks like 3 have gone through, and why other companies can't do this. But there are some interesting points made in a video on this issue, including this. The Houthis have no real reason to attack Chinese ships. They're apparently not attacking ships indiscriminately. They're attacking Western ships. What it appears is that the Houthis, they have some financial backing from Iran. And China and Iran have a pretty good economic partnership going on, you might say. Now, one person said this: to figure out why the Houthis are no threat to China or BYD, you can look at which countries recently attended the Hague group meeting in Bolivia and what they promised. Now, the perception here is that Iran is putting pressure on the Houthis not to attack Chinese ships, because Iran and China obviously have some business situations going on where oil is something being purchased, of course, and there's other deals potentially being made between companies. So it's really in the best interest of the Houthis to do what Iran says, because Iran financially backs them. Now, people believe that because China isn't going after anyone in the region, in the Middle East, and they're just staying completely neutral on everything that's going on in Israel, that the Houthis are letting the BYD ships go through. They say, BYD, yeah, it's Chinese, they can go through. If it's Tesla, well, that's a different story. If it's a Western ship, or basically a ship connected with the West in some way, they are saying, well, we're going to take you out. We are going to take over your ship, potentially steal it, or just bomb it. So that seems to be the key reason here, that the Houthis are not going after them, and their ship can pass through, basically pass through this area, which is extremely, extremely dangerous. Guys, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching.